Fellow hunters, today I am here to show you an interesting bug which I was got duplicate recently. The bug is blind Ssrf, which is requesting internal servers data. So here is the report. You can see that recently it was being duplicate. So I thought to share you guys my experience of getting duplicates of high severity bug. The bug is already reported by a researcher named Revolt. So actually here was a software which is used by the Reddit team, and this software basically fetch the URLs data and give it a preview for that URL. So here attacker crafted a link of an internal server, and the software was successfully requesting the internal data. Here you can see that blind Ssrf to internal service in a matrix preview link. The preview link API has allowed to make internal requests. The domain was matrixredditspace.com, and after this here is the URL path where attacker can inject the malicious code. For example, if you are going to type https attacker.com, so you are going to see the metadata of this link or URL you have given, you have specified whatever the URL. This URL may be present in publicly accessible image link or whatever, but the interesting part is that if you are going to request the internal data, for example not HTTPS, but instead of I am here requesting HTTP readme.md, which is the internal data of this Reddit team. So this makes the report interesting. So what I have did, first I have to make sure that it is available. So I have copy my Burp collaborator client and paste it here, and make sure that I am going to capture the request as well, so that I can take a better look at there. So here is the request, which is a get request. I am going to send this repeater intercept off, and here you can see the response, which is saying that unprocessable entity. What the meaning of this means that already the protections are available. So here I have entered https my Burp collaborator URL, so you can see that here are the hits from the Burp collaborator. Here you can see that I am getting the hit from the IP. Now I am going to check this IP to validate from whois.com. So you can see that this belongs to an Amazon Technology Inc., which means that this can be an AWS IP address. So this we confirm that we are getting the hits from the internal server. Okay, after this what we are going to do is we are going to fuzz for the internal endpoints or fuzz for the IPs which we have given by to our hit from the HTTPS and from our Burp collaborator account, Burp collaborator. So here you can see that I have specified the last character 0 to 250, and it is going to automatically check the all of these last entry of this IP address to validate that if there is anything else special regarding this IP range. So the IP is https 554.196.105, and we are going to iterate the last two character with the other IP addresses range which we have seen in our Burp collaborator account, Burp collaborator. So here certainly we will receive 200 code, 200 status, which which can be interesting. Here you can also see that the collaborator hits are coming. So this was the report. I have clearly mentioned that the report researcher already have disclosed this report, so I managed a craft URL which is linked internally. So matrix chat endpoint to potential exponential exploitation by attacker, and here I have given the link where to validate, and after this I have given a final POC, the response of this metadata, which is giving internal data like developers get carrier as readme file. After this I have mentioned some few http ips which are internally leaking the data, like candidate administration system. Here you can see that. So this was the actual report which which I was duplicated, but this was a frustrating experience. Now I get to get out of it by moving along and seeing other stuffs of Ssrf, because I feel comfortable with Ssrf. So here now I am going to show you the IP which is showing in the screenshot. So I wanna show you that if you hit this IP now, if you wanna test it, so you should test http 3.3.94.17.1.244, and after you can see that here I am going to paste it and remove this https and send the request, and here I have mistakenly added http header. So you can see that the candidate administrations has been written by us in the response by the application. So this was the exploit, and I was able to manage many other resources as well. But I thought that these two screenshots are worth to report it. So I reported that this is showing the IIS Windows server, the internal server of this Reddit API. So this was the report. Hopefully you enjoy. Make sure to subscribe and like as well. Thanks.